Good? Cool. All right, good afternoon. The name of our application is Service Lodge. So I'm Christian Albandares. These are my team members. This is Cody Palmer, Julian Gutierrez, Mia Evans. So once a month, military reservists, they have to report to their unit for 2 days. So depending on where you live, some people can be near their base or some people can be further away. So myself, I know I travel to San Antonio for my drill, and Mia Evans has to travel to Kansas. So the purpose of our app is to make it easier for reservists to get their hotel reservation and lodging, so it can be one less thing they have to worry about throughout the month. So if we come here to this contact us, we can come here where, say a unit is getting a new member, they can come here and request an account. They'll say what they need to say. Hello, I'm Bobby. And from here, they'll send the email, and one of our admin will get said email, will get the request, and they can approve and deny it from there. So we'll go through a login page, see the user experience, and our teammate Cody Palmer will walk you guys through that.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Cody Palmer, as Christian has recently mentioned. So upon logging in, this is our landing page for the user. Upon logging in, they will have a welcome and then a edit profile button, which whenever that is clicked on, it will pull up their current edit member profile so that they can change any aspect that they have for their profile. They can add their email, password, last name, first name, phone number, unit, or just individual ones or all of them together, whichever is needed. The password field will remain blank, and if they want to change it, they'll have to enter a password that fits the requirements that is designated by the website, and once that is entered, then that will be reset if it is matched. If it is not, it will throw them an error with the correct length and what the password requires. If they leave it blank, then it will stay the same as the one that they currently have. So if we were to go change phone number to maybe change it to be a 4 instead of a 3, and then we submit that, it will bring us back to the home page, and that will be updated within our profile. And once we go to view details, it will show us whatever our most current reservation is. It will pop up the current information for that, which includes our name, the hotel we will use, our check-in, check-out date, and then the current API of the map that we are using to show the location of the hotel. If we click on the add calendar event, it will bring up a list of applications that we can add a calendar event for. If we were to use, say, Google, then it would pull up a populated calendar request for this with all the information pre-filled from the hotel that we are using. If we go back to Service Lodge, there's a cancellation button at the bottom as well, so if we needed to cancel this, we could cancel it there, and then it'll ask you if you're sure. If you click yes, it'll remove it from your current reservation list that is in the My Reservations. If you're able to click on any of the current drill weekends, you can go through and cancel those as well for any of the ones that you need. But if you go back and we go to make a request at the top, then it will have your member with the pre-filled name and then the drill period that you want to create a request for. So if we were to choose January 2023 and then click submit, it'll show our pending request as it is. If we wanted to cancel that request, we could click the little red X to the left, or my left, y'all's right, and then you can delete it as needed. If you want to make a new request so that we can see it for the admin page, and then we'll leave one for January 2023. That's the full functionality of the member side. It's maybe a little bit simple, but that's what it's intended for. It's not to overcomplicate things. As service members, our day-to-day is very busy, and it tends to be very jam-packed. Even just scheduling for a drill weekend can take a lot of time. So for the user side, this is try to make it as minimalistic as possible so that they have the least amount of worries and the least amount of communication, so things that can happen streamlined and as fast as possible. So now we'll log out and I will hand it over to one of my partners, Julian Gutierrez.
Try.
All right, hello, my name is Leon Gutierrez. I'll be covering the admin portion of it, as well as the reservations. Mia will cover the dashboards, members, hotels, and drills. If we click on the edit profile for the admin, it has the same functionality that we saw for the users. The same thing, if we leave it blank for the password, it'll keep the same password it has before. If we do happen to change it, it has to make sure that it has a uppercase, a lowercase, numbers, and special characters. And if we were to change the number from 3 to 4 and click submit, if we go right here to the code up, and it shows the 3 was changed to a 4. So now we close that. If we go to the reservations at the very top, it has a 1 right beside it. So if we click it, we have all the information for the reservations for all the members. And right here we have the drill for January 2023 for Mia Evans. We can either accept or decline. We can accept right now. We can choose the hotel. And for the reservation number, the reservations are given to us by the contractors. So right now we're putting all the information manually. And if we wanted to delete a member or a reservation, we can go to the very last one, click the X, click OK. It removes it from our reservation. At the very bottom, we have an export to Excel. So if we click that, it's going to export everything that we have for the reservations, the drills, all the information for it to an Excel spreadsheet. And from here, I'll pass it on to Mia so she can cover the rest of our application.
Awesome. Thank you, Julian.
Mhm.
My name is Mia. I'll be covering the rest of our admin functionalities. So, as Bobby is our administrator, you can see right here is the 184th Wing admin. So, whatever, we're going to go to the dashboard, and what you're going to see here is all of the hotel bookings for the 184th Wing. It's live data, so as you book hotels or remove hotels, this green line's going to change right there. It is for the full year, so no one's booked over by the end, but it'll dynamically change as the year goes on. Now I'll cover members. Again, this is the 184th admin, so you can add members with many different units. We'll go ahead and add a new member just with dummy data for an example. And this will happen when someone comes into our unit. Say someone leaves a unit, you can go in here and delete their information because you're not going to need them on your hotel booking app anymore. But say we just hired a new guy named Billy John, actually. First name Billy, last name John. Just select the unit, yep, and then we're going to submit that. So Billy John is now in our books. He belongs to 184th COG. We can go ahead and delete him, say he's already fired. Then he's gone off of our list. Now, next we'll go over hotels. So the hotel list isn't actually anything we want it to be. It's actually contracted hotels, which is handled by another company. So every 6 to 12 months we get a new list of contracts depending on prices, location, availability. So this list changes every once in a while. A lot of times it'll stay the same, but we'll probably send an airman, just someone who's low rank, to go update this list every once in a while. So example is adding a new hotel. You just plug in another, just dummy data. And we add the contact phone number, just in case the admin needs to call them for any issues in cancellation. That's okay. We made a custom error page that you can return the last page with the buttons. Delete the phone So as you see here, our new hotel was added. Again, since it's not in our contract, we'll get it off the list, just to show you can delete it. The next topic we'll talk about is drills. Drill dates are given every year at the beginning, right before the beginning of the year. So this is all actual live data for the 184th Wing drills. When we come close to the end of this year, someone will get a new list where they can put in all the new dates. And so, for example, we could put in January 2024 in our example. It'll belong to the 184th Wing because you can use it at many bases. For our dummy data, we'll use the first weekend of January 2024 because that's usually when it is. And now in drills, you can see that there's a new date in there. Yep, gotta delete it. So that covers the administrative functionality and everything that I'll be able to see. As many members log in and request accounts, that'll just update with notification badges, and you can go ahead and log out. We're gonna go take you to our About Me page, where you can find just more information on what we covered in this project, what we really focused on. Really, all of us kind of just chimed in on everything together. We would build one thing and then spread out throughout the team. This spread out all the tasks for everybody. So we all built a drill, a reservation, different objects, and built the CRUD functionality for each and everything. So also on our About Me page, you can find the links to our social media, GitHub, LinkedIn, and our CodeUp hiring portal. And that is our final presentation.